Hey, good morning everybody. It is day 17 on the Appalachian Trail. Just got back on after a cool night at the Knock. Very cool room, one of my probably the nicest places I've stayed, or my favorite at least. I don't know if it's the nicest, but just a good little setup, a little shower and bathroom, and just laundry, all the things. I was able to throw my quilt in the dryer for a few minutes this morning. It got a little damp the night before last, so I was able to kind of fluff it up a little bit, which really helps with the loft and the degree rating. So I think Garden Gnome and Runaway, they're kind of on the same schedule as me today. We're oh, by the way, her ankle's feeling much better. I texted with Garden Gnome this morning, so I was glad to hear that. So they're getting back on trail, and we're kind of not in a pickle, but we're kind of being forced, based on what we want to do at least, to hike about 14 something today to get to the next hostel. There's a couple of shelters, but one's like only 7 or 8 miles, and we definitely want to go further. And the other one's like beyond the hostels a couple of miles. So basically the worst of the weather, rain-wise and storm-wise, is supposed to come through overnight. So we're trying to avoid that. So anyway, we avoided the rain last night. We're going to avoid it tonight, but kind of to pay the price, we're going to have to hike a pretty tough day. I know 14 is less than a couple of the days I've done, but this one, we started down low at a couple of thousand feet. So especially for the first half of this hike, we're going to be hiking up like a lot. So anyway, I was able to, like I said yesterday, I was able to get some good food. It's so helpful. I'm so used to eating healthy, since I started dieting about 5 or 6 years ago and lost all the weight, probably at one point lost like maybe 120 pounds. I started at like 350 and got down to like maybe 235, but I think was the lowest. And then I thought that was a little bit too low of a weight for me. So I really like to be around 250. I think is good. I'm 6'4", so that's just kind of a good number for me. So kind of planned to start this hike at 250 till I fell and hurt my shoulder anyway. So yeah, the eating is kind of a struggle because you're eating such bad food on trail, and then as soon as you get to town, you need calories so bad that you're just like, hamburger, bacon, fries. Like I ate a pizza yesterday for lunch, and then I had a big bacon cheeseburger with a big old helping of fries and 6 chicken wings from the same restaurant we ate at yesterday for lunch. I think it was Riverside Restaurant, maybe at the Knock. Great wings. I just like mine plain, but they were so good. So anyway, should give me some fuel for today at least. I did look, final weather forecast as of now is showing, looks like we are going to have a couple of, even if I wait and start Saturday, probably still going to have a couple of rough days in the Smokies. Temperatures maybe in the low teens, maybe even down to 10. Definitely going to be some rain in the daytime, kind of that combination of rain and then freezing at night. So I did make one big decision that I think kind of worked out for me. Is I'm going to be able, I ordered some micro spikes, which are like these, they weigh about 3/4 of a pound. They're made by Catula. A lot of people out here use them, especially for the Smokies, but most people have been carrying them. And I didn't have any to begin with, so my goal was to not get them until I needed them, and then maybe not even need them at all. So I didn't have to carry that weight. So nonetheless, I was able to order a pair off Amazon this morning, and they're going to be hopefully delivered on Friday to Fontana Village, which is where I'm going to stay probably Thursday and Friday night. I know because I already made reservations, but so anyway, that'll be our last little rest before we go into the Smokies. So like I said, I don't know that I'll need them for sure, but I think just given the forecast, I think it's better safe than sorry. I learned a big lesson when I took my tumble in the parking lot in California back in December. So just don't want to take any chances. The micro spikes are not really great for snow. I think they're better for like frozen ice, which is look like what we're going to have. They're calling for some freezing rain, so that can mean trees coming down. But like I said, it doesn't look too terrible. Like a couple of days, and it's just going to be really cold. I think Monday maybe not even getting above freezing at all for the day. So, and once we get in the Smokies, like we're there. So for several days, there's really no way out. So at least no good way out. So anyway, coming to a little road crossing here. Looks like I got some more climbing coming up. Oh, goodness. So anyway, I want to touch base with you guys, let you know kind of what's going on. Not carrying a lot of food today, so that's good. I was able to pack my stuff down a little bit better. Just in case it rains, I'm kind of set up with my rain gear on the outside of my pack. So basically, kind of keep everything in the same spots on my pack, but it just kind of varies from day to day depending on the rain. Like I've already dumped my melons on a hoodie. I usually almost always wear it the first few hours of the day, but I've been sweating up a storm, so I ditched the hoodie like maybe a mile into the hike. It's not so hot. It's like 50, but it's very, very, muggy from the rain and everything. So anyway, that's where I'm at. Y'all hang with me and show you some more views from today. And like I said, we're trying to get in a hostel tonight. We starting early. You kind of have to, stay places more often, but you don't have to. It's like kind of everybody out here makes a choice, but I kind of like that I did a big day and then got kind of a rest day after. Recovery is important at our age. That's why I like hiking with Guard Gnome and Runaway. We're all about the same exact age. And I think they're, like I said before, I think they're the only people out here that are basically my same age. So we got a lot in common and really like those guys. So may see Nap out here today. I think he was heading out about the same time as me this morning. I think he's maybe staying in a hostel too. So we'll just see how it goes. Just going to keep on hiking northbound and see what happens. Like I said, it's a tough climb today, but motivation of getting to a hostel rather than having to spend overnight in the rain. Like I said, a shelter would have been a good option for tonight, but they're not located like in a really good spot for us, so we're going to probably try to avoid them. So anyway, that's where I'm at. Glad I got the base layers too yesterday. I got some hiking tights. I'm not wearing them yet, but if it's not going to be above freezing a couple of days in the Smokies, I want to get those. And I kind of like I wear shorts basically when I'm hiking, but strangely enough, when it warms up, I may need the tights more just because of ticks and things like that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't know. Y'all know I'm kind of new at this, so do the best I can. And thanks to a lot of YouTube research, it's going really good so far. No complaints. Like I said, nothing ever goes perfect out here. That's kind of what you sign up for. It's kind of what it is. So a little suffering, some rewards. Like Guard Gnome kind of agrees with me that hiking the Appalachian Trail, as far as the actual logistics of it, it's kind of like playing a video game. If you get points, for getting to the camp on time, you get power up at the water source, it is kind of a good way to think about it. And we need to come up with like a point system or something that might really kind of entertain us, because we're just out here hiking nonstop all day. So anyway, guys, I'll get back with you here shortly. This doesn't look like that much of a big deal, but honestly might be one of the most dangerous blowdowns I've came across. Just because the weight of the tree is barely supported by, honestly, I really don't know what. I guess this little tiny tree. See if I can see a little more colors there. See, I want to try to get under here really fast. Wish I was short. All right. So yeah, as you can see, okay, looks like it's supported maybe more so up here. Still, that's probably one they'll probably want to attend to pretty quickly. Hey guys, about 4 miles into the hike. Stopped to get a little break, get some water. Hiked about 1.6 without water because I didn't want to walk 100 yards downhill to get it. So, but I had probably 3 liters this morning, so I knew I was good. About to try. I've got these Element. Let me show you. These Element electrolytes, and they've treated me really good out here. I think they've helped me more than any of the other brands I've tried. I don't really see them in stores a lot. That kind of sucks. But I did order. They have like a sample pack for $5. It's LMNT. If you go, you can order it. It's free. I think $5 shipping. But anyway, I already drank all the good flavors like watermelon, orange, but they got some really weird flavors. And this one is lemon habanero, which does not sound like a typical electrolyte flavor. So that's why I kind of saved it for the last. But I'm about to give you guys. I'm gonna sample it for you and see what it looks like or what it tastes like, I guess. Hang on just a second. Let me see. Check that a little more. All right. Hang on. So, oops, sorry. Let me figure out how to open it. Alrighty, here we go. Lemon, habanero. I do not like hot stuff, so this may not go well. We'll see. But I do need electrolytes, so. The lemon's not bad, but the habanero, not a fan. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'll kill the rest of it because I need it, but whew, if I order something from the company, I'll be ordering like orange or watermelon or something more normal. They also had a chocolate salt. So I may try, I've got one coffee stick left. I may try to mix that up for later. So anyway, anyways, taking a break. Like I said, about 4 miles in. Trying to get 14 miles a day, so I got about 10 more miles. It's only like maybe a little after 11, so hopefully shouldn't have any problems. Like I said, it's kind of tough, a lot of climbing, but you know, we'll kind of see from there. So anyway, I'll touch base with you guys a little later. Just came through this blowdown, had to take my pack off. It's the first time on trail I've not been able to manage my way through. A lot of low stuff today, I guess, with the rain and just this part of the trail. I may have to take my Z-pad off the top of my pack, but it wouldn't have even helped on that one. But I may try to move it somewhere else when I get to the next shelter where I'm going to kind of stop for lunch. So anyway, it was tough. Usually you can go up around or trying to find another way, but here there was just no way around it. So anyway, off with the pack. It was either that or bear crawl and get really muddy and nasty. I didn't want to do that. So anyway, just a little obstacle I want to show you guys. Oh my gosh, it's pretty, but the last 3.5 hours has been probably the toughest climb, toughest hike I've had. Basically climbing the entire way, and worse off, just trying to get through the trail. Like, too tall, too wide, very, very narrow, low trees to deal with today. I've had to drop my pack a couple of times. And like I said, basically 3.5 hours of straight climbing. You will definitely get in shape out here. At least your lower body for sure. Okay, peeps. You know, I try to keep it real with you. Might be in the midst of a mistake, experiment. I don't know a good name for it, but I'm playing the water game. I just had lunch with a few people down at the shelter. I got so excited because I met Coach. He's a hiker. I believe he said on the Pinhoti. He's been hiking since the beginning of the year in January. And Coach is a name I've heard so many people talk about him. And I think I've even seen him a couple of times, but I didn't put the two together. But yeah, he's very popular out here on the trail. So got to talk to him. I got so excited, I forgot to get water after lunch, which is normally not a big deal because it's, you know, usually within a mile or two. But in this case, the next water source is 3.5. So the problem was I could go back and get water, but I have to go back like a mile. So, you know, an extra 2.0 round trip. And I've stayed pretty hydrated today, so although I've sweated quite a lot. But I've sweat quite a lot. One of those. I should know that. Can't be number 2 pencil and not know my proper grammar, so I'll try to work on that. But anyway, so hang on a second, let me get over this hill. So anyway, I'm trying to see if I can get the 3.5 without water. I think I'll be okay, but it's actually a good test. You know, just kind of see how long I can go without it, because it's a huge advantage the farther you can go without water. You know, not meaning you don't have water, but you can, you know, drink a lot at the source, and, you know, like remember to get water with your lunch. Like, don't be like me. You know, if you want to know how to do things right, and you probably need to be watching like Darwin or Dixie, Ultra, any of those people, but I'm the only one that's, you know, willing to go and do things wrong for you. So don't forget that. Not on purpose. Anyway, hopefully I'll get to some water. We'll see. So also want to give a big shout out. Oh my gosh, a big day on trail because it's Tuesday. 2/22/22. Like, for whatever reason, everybody wanted to start their through hike this year on that date. So normally the bubble, which is the large number of people starting at once, usually starts, early March. It's kind of moved up because I think there was like, they advised only 50 people to start the trail each day in order to not overfill it. And I think there was like 80 to 100 maybe signed up for today. So definitely want to stay ahead of them, which, even though I'm a couple hundred miles up the trail almost, I mean, it's easier said than done. People can make some miles pretty quick out here. So anyway, hopefully I'll get some water here soon. I'll get back with you. I'll let you know either way. Hopefully I will let you know, not the authorities. This doesn't look like that much of a big deal, but honestly might be one of the most dangerous blowdowns I've came across. Just because the weight of the tree is barely supported by, honestly, I really don't know what. I guess this little tiny tree. If I can see a little more colors there. See, I want to try to get under here really fast. Wish I was short. All right. So yeah, as you can see, okay, looks like it's supported maybe more so up here. Still, that's probably one they'll probably want to attend to pretty quickly. Still trudging along. It's turned pretty foggy out here. Definitely some rain moving in tonight, some heavy storms possible. So that's why we're trying to get to this hostel for tonight. I think we'll make it. We're trying to get there by 5 because we think maybe they charge an extra fee. It's me and Garden Gnome and Runaway. So we're not sure about that. So we're kind of hustling. They're ahead of me because they're not stupid and they have plenty of water. So, which Garden Gnome did say he would share with me, which is very cool. So hopefully I don't have to do that. But we'll see. People will definitely help you out here if you need it. So anyway, like I said, it's also a good test, if it turns out well, we'll see. So anyway, I'm gonna keep going probably about halfway to the water source, I think. So I think I'll be fine. I'm just taking it easy so I don't sweat too much. So actually feels really good out here right now, as a matter of fact. So anyway, I'll show you how foggy it is. All right, cool. I'll get back hopefully with a good report soon. Just coming over Chill Bald. Conditions are deteriorating quickly. I think we're still okay. We should be able to get to our hostel on time. I think this is one of those because we're on the top of the mountain. So there's definitely no view. It looks like there would be, but it's nothing but fog. It's just socked in. Honestly, I don't know how you spell that word. Socked, like your socks you wear on your feet, or socked, like soap without an A. I don't know. Anyway, if anybody knows, please let me know in the comments. But anyway, definitely whichever sopped or socked, we're definitely socked in or sopped in. Anyway, starting to go downhill. I took the melly off to try to keep the sweat down, so sweat out all my water. I think I'll be fine to make it that far. It's not super high, so. And I did have plenty of water before lunch today. So anyway, I got a almond Snickers bar I want to eat, but I'm afraid since I don't have water, it might not be a good idea. I've actually learned to try to keep at least a swallow of water on hand, just in case you get choked. You just never know what's going to happen. So anyway, hopefully I'll get back with you guys soon at a water source. That's my goal. The bad news is the winds are ripping around about 45 miles an hour, maybe 50. Obviously a lot of trees everywhere. The good news, I'm not so worried about water anymore, so at least there's that. Oh my gosh. Well, you guys, a positive update. I made it to the water. It's kind of a low flow through this little garden hose type straw thing. Sometimes if it's not a good flow, they'll put like a little pipe or a tube or something to help us get it. So that's kind of cool. It's starting to rain a little bit. So I'll just shoot this for a second because I got to get back up there. Looks like Garden Gnome and Runaway and I are going to stay at the Wolf Creek Hostel tonight. We just talked to the gentleman there. It sounded really nice. So he's going to come get us when we get to the gap. We're only 3.2 away, and it's a lot easier hike than it was this morning. So we should make it. So anyway, I'm gonna get some water. I'll get back with y'all here shortly. So no idea why, other than I'm stupid. I'll show you. Anyway, it's hard to tell, but I'll tell you about it. The water source was about 250 yards straight downhill, and for some reason I left my trekking poles up here by the trail, but I just carried my backpack on down there. It was a struggle getting back up, but at least I have water, so it doesn't have a, let me show you, an almond Snickers just to make up for that. Holy crap. Anyway, about 3 miles from our shuttle pickup, so I feel good about us getting off trail because the wind was crazy out here earlier, and I know the storms aren't even coming until overnight, so rather than take a chance we're getting a hostel tonight, so we're trying to make good decisions. I noticed that we older hikers are a lot more cautious about things thus far than some of the younger hikers. I noticed but we're getting there. Like I say, we're trying to be smart because really probably the quickest thing to take you off trail is probably not an injury or probably not weather. It's probably just in general making a bad decision about something, which I'm, as y'all know, been guilty of a few times, but not today though. I got to the water, so it was a kind of a good call. So I probably should have at least had like a half a liter with me, but so anyway, it is what it is. Try to cover the good, the bad, and the ugly, however much there is of each. So anyway, I'll get back with you guys when we get down here to the shuttle, maybe. All right, peeps, we made it to the gap. Waiting on Mr. Lonnie from the hostel to come pick us up. Sounds like a very nice man. We'll be excited to see him. The rain is rolling in, so we got here just in time. This was a tough hiking day. There's Garden Gnome and Runaway. Y'all heard me talk about them a lot, so we were hanging together at the hostel tonight, and they're good people. Hey, let me ask y'all while I got you, let me ask you a question. In one word, why are you out here hiking the AT? One word. Sanity. That's a good word. That's a good word.
I would say, yeah, I was going to go with clarity to kind of clear my mind and find out what's going on, where I want to be in my next step in life, for sure.
I dig that. I identify with both these people. Like I told y'all, they're my age and we get along real good. They're from Pennsylvania, and Garden Gnome carries an umbrella. I don't carry an umbrella. I would have struggled today because I couldn't fit through almost everything. This was a tough, we all three agreed this was one of the toughest hikes we've done. So anyway, headed to the hostel at Stokoa Gap, elevation 3,165 feet, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow. We don't know what we're doing tomorrow. We don't know. We're not thinking about it.